She doesn't want the man who chases her. She wants the man she has to chase. Power in relationships isn't about manipulation or domination. It's about control over yourself. If you can master your mind, your emotions, and your purpose, you gain power over how any woman sees you. This isn't about games. This is about principles, ancient, stoic, unshakable. Today, I'm going to show you how to gain power over any woman without begging, pleasing, or pretending. Let's begin. Number 1. Power begins with detachment. Not indifference, but control. True power isn't loud. It doesn't scream for attention, and it certainly doesn't beg for love. Stoics like Epictetus made this brutally clear. If you hinge your peace of mind on something you don't control, you've already enslaved yourself. That includes how a woman feels about you. Many men sabotage themselves by tying their worth to her texts, her affection, her mood swings. The more you need her to validate your existence, the more she owns your masculinity. And the worst part? She can feel it. That subtle hunger in your eyes, the constant checking of your phone, the way your mood shifts with her replies. That's not love. That's emotional slavery. A man must reclaim himself. Detachment isn't about building walls or acting like nothing matters. It's about inner discipline. Picture a man sitting across from a woman he finds irresistible. She's beautiful, engaging, and yes, she's interested. But he's not rushing. He's grounded. His world isn't waiting on her reaction. He listens, but he's not auditioning. He's open to connection, but not desperate for it. That energy, that calm presence, it's intoxicating. That's the man who knows himself. That's detachment, not cold indifference, but the power to remain still while the world tempts you to chase. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Emotional detachment is how a man wins his freedom. Not from love, but from dependency. You don't chase her. You don't manipulate. You don't cling. You offer. And if she accepts, you build. If she doesn't, you remain whole. That's the man women remember. That's the man other men respect. Not because he needs nothing, but because nothing owns him. Number 2. Purpose over pleasure. The Stoic path to magnetic presence. There's a reason Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." He wasn't interested in talk, posturing, or pleasing the crowd. He knew that the man who lives for fleeting pleasures, whether it's validation, attention, or sensual indulgence, will always be at the mercy of the world. But the man who lives for purpose, he becomes a force. Stoicism teaches that pleasure is a byproduct of meaning, not the other way around. If you chase pleasure, you lose yourself. But if you chase purpose, you build yourself. Look around. How many men do you see scrolling endlessly, seeking dopamine hits, trying to impress women with filtered photos, borrowed confidence, and empty words? That's not strength. That's dependence dressed in style. Contrast that with the man who wakes up early, hits the gym, sharpens his mind, builds his skills, and walks into a room like he owns his time, not hers. She sees him before he even says a word. Why? Because his energy isn't needy, it's anchored. A man like that doesn't chase. He moves forward, and people, especially women, feel pulled in by the gravity of his purpose. In Stoicism, arete, meaning virtue or excellence, is the highest good. Not pleasure, not approval, excellence. When you prioritize that, you develop a magnetic presence that no cologne, car, or line can fake. Women don't fall for men who seek permission to be themselves. They fall for men who already are, because deep down, they want to follow a man who knows where he's going. That's what leadership is, and that's your job. Not to be liked, but to lead. Not to chase love, but to embody it through strength, clarity, and mission. Be so focused on building your kingdom that love becomes a guest, not the architect. Number 3, control your emotions or be controlled by them. If she can make you angry, jealous, insecure, or impulsive, you've already lost power. The Stoics were emotional warriors. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." Freedom means emotional freedom. Imagine this. She pulls away, doesn't text back, flirts with others. An average man reacts. A powerful man responds. Or sometimes doesn't respond at all. Women test you. They want to see, are you emotionally stable? Or are you weak behind your confidence? Emotional control isn't coldness, it's strength. And strength is what women submit to. Number 4, speak less, command more. In a world where noise is mistaken for presence, the silent man becomes a mystery, and mysteries captivate. Most men waste their breath trying to prove something. They ramble to be liked, to seem intelligent, to fill the uncomfortable void of silence. But what they don't realize is that power doesn't shout, it whispers. A man of true strength doesn't seek validation with words. He understands that every unnecessary word is a leak in his aura. And so, he speaks with purpose, precision, and poise. That's not just communication, that's command. Think about a time when a room fell silent just because one man started speaking. He didn't talk often, but when he did, people listened. Not because of the volume of his voice, but because of the weight of his presence. Maybe it was your grandfather, a coach, a mentor. He didn't argue or chatter. He observed. He made people feel something by the way he held eye contact, how he paused before speaking, and how his words always seemed deliberate. That's not luck. That's mastery, and it's something every man can build if he stops trying to impress and starts focusing on impact. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Speaking less is about being, not performing. The Stoics trained themselves to speak only when it served virtue, not vanity. That means no empty flattery, no self-promotion, no gossip, just clarity, just truth. A woman doesn't need you to perform a monologue. She needs to feel your calm. She needs to sense that your mind is still, sharp, and rooted. Because quiet, confidence doesn't beg for approval. It commands respect. And that, brother, is the kind of presence that changes everything. Number 5, be willing to walk away and she'll never want you to. Here's a brutal truth: the man who is afraid to lose her will never truly have her. Power lies in options. Power lies in detachment. If you can look a beautiful woman in the eyes and know that you can walk away if she disrespects your values, she'll respect you even more. Why? Because women don't just want to be chosen. They want to be chosen by a man who doesn't need to choose them. Always have the mindset, I want her, but I don't need her. That mindset gives you freedom, and freedom is power. Number 6, become a master of delayed gratification. The Stoics taught one of the hardest lessons known to man: discipline over desire. Seneca once wrote, "No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have." This isn't just ancient wisdom. It's a survival code in the modern world, especially in dating. Most men today are starving for attention, jumping at the first hint of attraction, giving themselves away too easily. They chase cheap highs and quick validation. But a man who can pause, who can wait, is a man who controls the game. He's not reactive, he's selective, and that's where his power begins. Think about it. When a man delays intimacy, he shifts the dynamic entirely. He's not begging to be chosen. He's doing the choosing, he's filtering. Not every woman is worth your time. Not every seductive glance deserves your energy. You delay gratification, and suddenly you're testing for more than looks. You're looking for depth, consistency, and emotional substance. You're no longer a boy chasing pleasure. You're a man building purpose. Women notice this, it makes them lean in. Why? Because when something is rare, it becomes desirable. When your attention isn't cheap, it becomes valuable. And value? In today's dating culture, it's power in its purest form. Powerful men don't give access to their body, heart, or mind without discernment. They make a woman earn their presence, not out of arrogance, but out of self-respect. Your energy is your currency. Spend it wisely. The moment you stop giving in to every urge, you become unshakable. Not cold, but calculated. Not distant, but discerning. In a world full of boys who are slaves to their impulses, be the man who waits, watches, and walks away when needed. That's what makes a man dangerous, and that's what makes him unforgettable. Number 7, lead, don't follow, even in romance. Women want a man who leads, period. That doesn't mean being controlling. It means being clear. Know where you're going. Make decisions. Protect your values. Don't say, "Where do you want to go?" Say, "Let's go here. I think you'll love it." Leadership builds trust. In Stoic philosophy, the ideal man is rational, self-directed, and firm in his decisions. Apply that to relationships. The man who leads creates structure, and in that structure, the feminine energy relaxes. She wants to surrender, but only to a man who knows how to lead. Number 8, be the prize, not the pursuer. Too many men are stuck in the hunter mindset, chasing, proving, pleasing. But the Stoic mindset is different. You are the prize. Improve your life, build your body, refine your mind, fill your days with excellence, discipline, and peace. You don't chase women. You attract them by the life you've built. This flips the dynamic. Instead of asking, "Will she like me?" you ask, "Is she good enough for my peace?" Now she's the one. Chasing, and you're holding the power. Number 9, reward respect, not beauty. This is a hard truth. Most men give their energy to a woman just because she's beautiful. But powerful men know this. Beauty is common. Respect is rare. A woman's looks should never outweigh how she treats. You don't reward kindness. Reward emotional maturity. Ignore the games. Walk away from the disrespect. This signals high self-worth. And high self-worth is magnetic. When you show her that beauty alone doesn't impress you, she'll work to impress you in deeper ways. That's when power shifts, and it never comes back to her. Number 10, always return to the inner fortress. At the end of the day, the power you have over women means nothing if you don't have power over yourself. Marcus Aurelius called it the inner citadel, the unshakable peace within. That's your foundation. Women may come and go. Emotions will rise and fall. But when you live with values, mission, and purpose, you are immovable. And the man who cannot be moved cannot be replaced. Build your inner fortress and watch how the world and every woman in it begins to orbit around your strength. Conclusion. If you want to gain power over women, stop chasing and start building. Power is earned through discipline, self-control, and vision. The Stoics didn't become powerful by impressing people. They became powerful by mastering themselves. Now, it's your turn. Like this video if you learned something valuable. Comment below. I am the prize if you're ready to live by Stoic principles. And subscribe to Stoic 24 for more ancient wisdom to upgrade your modern life. Stay strong. Stay Stoic. Stay powerful.